Hello, Steve White, Triple White 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, it took halfway through the season, episode 5, to get an episode of Strange New Worlds that kind of resembles a Star Trek episode. This episode, episode 5, Through the Lens of Time, is a standalone episode for the most part. There's lots of storylines from other episodes that are sort of creeping in, and the romantic relationships between the characters are quite distracting and given far too much emphasis, and it kind of undermines the standalone nature of the episode. The first part of the episode is just everyone dealing with their romantic issues. We've got Spock and Nurse Chapel trying to deal with post-breakup management, I guess, of their relationship, friendship, whatever. Now they're going to go down to this planet, and this ensign that we've seen, this cute ensign, is going to be coming down on the away mission. So he's really happy. Him and Benga have this relationship where he's like, teaching him and everything, and he gives him a hug when he lets him know that he's going down and all that. And this can't end well, because whenever they don't really develop characters unless they're going to kill them on Strange New in New Trek. It's like, well, if we have to kill a character, we have to actually try and make people care about them. So that's when they start to develop a character, like in the episode they kill them in. They go down. They're hoping to find some, scientific revelation or something. There's a really weird scene where the Enterprise uses its deflector dish to beam down this beam to activate this tech to reveal this temple hidden in the mountain. And it does. So this tiny little beam comes down from the Enterprise, and it's like, couldn't they have just done this on the ground with some device? It's kind of cool to see the Enterprise up in space and that, but yeah. So that was nearly the thumbnail for this video, but it's too tiny. There wasn't a lot of beauty shots in this episode. So they get into this temple by Chapel having her finger pricked, and I'm like, well, that's not really sanitary. Who's used that? There's a sort of medical things in this episode that people don't react to like you think they would. So they go in and they find bodies. They find they can't get a signal out. What's the name of the guy? The ensign. We finally get his name, Ensign Gamble, like 8 minutes into the episode. And like 3 episodes into, I think he's been in 3 episodes at this point, and he finds this orb, and it blows his eyes out, basically, and he just has these black orbs. After this, now they try and treat him, they send him back to the ship and everything, and Mbenga has problems generating new eyes. Well, number one, they don't have that technology, because if you recall, Geordie LaForge, wasn't able to do that. Although, did he choose not to, or was it because he was not born with operational eyes? They don't. It's one of those canon issues where suddenly we have better technology in that era than we had in even Next Generation, including the camera drones. Whereas you saw in Generations, the cameramen all had just little portable cameras on their heads and that. Little headsets and that, but in this, that we just have a drone that does everything and actually can think and compute, and the AI actually decides on cinematography and searches for subjects and emotional things, and so we find out that he's actually dead. That's why apparently they can't regenerate his eyes, because he's dead. He's been possessed by some sort of alien. He tries to take over the ship. He gets put in the brig. He eventually kills a red shirt with some mind manipulation, and he can just reach right through the force field anyway. Eventually, they shoot him. Pelia shoots him. And Pelia is kind of annoying in the episode, because she's kind of the comic relief, and she sort of undermines moments, because it's trying to be a scary episode, and she sort of undermines moments of comedy at times. But eventually they shoot him, and the orb comes out. Not the orb. The like the spirit comes out. They catch it in an orb, and then they beam it into the transporter buffer and leave it in there. And at the end, you do see some things on the console sort of flickering. So maybe it's actually not really contained. And that's kind of it. I mean, it was a nice standalone episode on one level, but there was too much focus on the romantic relationships of the characters. But yeah, it's like I mean, this is like going to be like the token like Star Trek like episode for the season, I think. I almost forgot the Gorn like fighting Batel does when she meets this this entity within this dead ensign, and that's this weird fight scene. And then yeah, we're going to see a bit more of that. There's going to be more coming out of these story threads, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm very tired. Sorry, I've been up all night. It's 9 a.m. in the morning in Australia, but I've been up all night. I'm just trying to think, is there anything I forgot? I've got a bunch of notes, but no, I feel like I've forgotten something. But yeah, I'll like. There are issues like we have another Indiana Jones like scene where they have to walk over this invisible bridge and they have to take this leap of faith like Indiana Jones did, and just the story itself is very much like Power Play and Lights of Zetar, and even a bit of Conspiracy with the and Contagion and The Last Outpost and The Chase, all these episodes where they deal with ancient entities and just they just doesn't feel like they do anything original. Just like there's nothing in this show that jumps out as, wow, this is new, this is original, this is like Star Trek. This is just it just feels like greatest hits recycled without the great. But yeah, I think that's it. I can't see anything else. I'm gonna go. Sorry for my lack of energy. I'm really tired, but I just have to get this out of the way. Otherwise, I'd end up doing it tomorrow, and I have other things I want to do. But yeah, it'd just be nice if more episodes were like this, and less episodes had sort of the B storyline of all the characters romantic interludes, because they just seem to have such a focus on the romantic relationships of the characters. And it's really, we want science fiction episodes, not personal dramas and romantic dramas and teen dramas. And they didn't quite succeed with this episode. That's all still in there, but at least they tried to do just a Star Trek episode. But yeah.